Alright, in your glossary, you should be on the back, on the page where it has QRS. So under S, we are adding the word sequence. Sequence, SEQUENCE.
Why every word after the Q? Why is it always U?
So a sequence is an ordered list of numbers. So an ordered list of numbers. Everybody got that one?
Yeah.
Okay, let's flip the page and go to T. Under T, we're adding the word term. So a term is each number in a sequence. So remember, a sequence is an ordered list of numbers, so each of those numbers represents a term.
Hold on, I can't find it.
Should be on the very next page after QRS.
Which way, left or right?
Turn the page, you should be on 198. Did you do your alphabet correctly?
Yeah.
So it should be QRS, and then it should be T. Alright, so term is each number in a sequence. Once you have that one copied, you need to go back to A.
I got it. Oh yeah, I do that now.
Under A, under A you are writing arithmetic sequence.
What is that?
Arithmetic sequence. So in an arithmetic sequence, each term is found by adding the same number to the previous term. So an example would be if I said, let's start with the number 3 and let's add 2 to it. So what would come next?
5.
5. What would come next?
6.
If you're adding 2?
7.
7. What would be next?
9.
9. So 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13. That would be an arithmetic because you're adding the same number to each term.
I'll guess it.
Okay?
I don't know.
So everybody got that down?
Yeah. No.
Alright. Now in your notes you're going to go to page 12. Page 12.
Wow, that's really fun.
At the top of the page, sequences.
Always the one all done again.
No, we're going to go over examples.
Well, we're learning about sequences, that's why. Right?
Yep. Okay, so the first set of directions today is going to say, describe the relationship between the terms. So remember, a term is each number in the sequence. Caleb with a C, are you writing this down?
I will.
It's going to be really hard to do your assignment without it.
No, I can
Okay, you can try.
I can.
You won't pass the notebook check then.
I am, but yeah. That's it.
Okay, so if I want to look at the numbers 8, 13, 18, 23, and I need to describe the relationship between the terms. What's my relationship? What am I doing to each number?
Did we do this last time?
You're adding 5. So what I'm going to say is each term is found by adding 5 to the previous term.
I say all that for the previous what?
Term. So each term is found by adding 5 to the previous term. In your interactive notebooks, page 12.
Wow, this is like some weird notes.
But I don't understand what it's trying to say here. What it's trying to say here.
What?
What you did.
What I just wrote?
No, 8.13.
It's not 8.13. It's 8, comma, 13, comma, 18, comma, 23,
8, comma 13. 8,
comma, 18,
comma.
comma, 23.
Oh.
That's the numbers in the sequence.
Well, how do you do sequence?
That's what they're going to give you. You have to come up with this part.
Can you solve it like right there and like?
This is solving it. That's all it's asking for. It's asking for the relationship. So each term is found by adding 5 to the previous term.
Okay.
Okay, so let's try another one. Let's try 0, 13, 26, 39. Page 12, Isaiah. Okay, but I need to write a sentence about it. So what am I going to write?
Each team is found by adding 13 and previous team.
Each term is found by adding what?
Adding by 13.
Adding 13 to the previous term.
How are you supposed to do that though?
When you look at the numbers, how do I get from 0 to 13?
13.
Okay, how do I get from 13 to 26?
13.
How do I get from 26 to 39?
13.
Okay, so each term is found by adding 13 to the previous term. I'm creating the rule so that way if somebody didn't see the first part of it and I just gave them the 39 and I wanted them to complete it, I'd have to give them this rule as well.
This is actually really easy.
Good.
I just did a problem.
Okay, let's try
Another
4, 7, 10, 13.
3. Each
Three.
is found by adding.
Each term is found by adding the 3 to the
We simply have to keep
term.
writing the same words over and over.
Yep. Okay, so each term is found by adding 3 to the previous term. Come in here. Okay, so when it says describe the relationship, we're describing it using a sentence.
Wait, that's just one question. So
Yes.
I have the whole time after.
Okay, we'll see.
Am I How do you think this so far?
We will see.
Wait, so you think we don't owe?
We will see.
See what? Wait. Okay, this is all it is, or is it? Cause usually.
There's another part.
Yeah. So usually we think it's easy, and then you add the other part, and then you solve, and then we fill the pot, and we get back to the pot. Oh, go ahead.
I give you notes that match up exactly to the assignment.
I know. I don't have a written.
Can we have another one?
Another
We're going to do a different type.
Another one.
Find the next 3 terms.
Wow, this thing's really hard.
Alright, so now we don't have to describe it. So now we don't have to write a sentence. We just have to give the next 3 terms of the sequence.
Oh, that's easier.
Okay?
What? Easier is not a word. Easy.
Easier is a word.
But it sounds weird.
Is it a word?
1.0, 1.3, 1.6, 1.9.
What?
So 1.0, we're adding decimals. 1.3, 1.6,
Oh, I know what it's doing.
1.9. Don't say. Don't say.
I used to add.
Don't say.
I can just say it. I can just say it.
Lizette, what's it going by?
3.
I said Lizette.
Oh, sorry.
Lizette's voice changed over the weekend.
Dang.
Is it 3? I don't agree that it's 3. No? Kylie? No? It's what? 0.3.
But what is that? What is that?
So technically the same thing. This is a 3. That's the point.
It's point 3.
So
Look at it by 3, would have been 0.1.0.
0.3 is not that word. 1.3 is 0.3 is okay.
Oh, thank you.
Is it for
Okay, so if it's 0.3, what's going to come next? Yes, go.
Is it 0.3 the same thing as 3?
No.
No.
0.3 would be like 30 cents.
I'm done.
3 would be $3. Okay? So, if I have $1.90 and I want to add 30 cents to it, what's going to be my next term?
4.12.
No?
2.2.
2.2.
Lucky guess.
So that's one term. So that's the first. Now I need to come up with the second. So 2.2, add 0.3 to it. Jaime, what do you think?
3.2?
What?
I mean, 3.6.
Hey, careful. We're taking 1.9, adding 0.3 to it. So that gives me 2.2. Now I'm adding 0.3 to that. Remember, you have to line up your decimals.
2.5.
So 2.5. So what's going to come next? Okay.
2.7.
2.1? 2.8.
Wait, how?
Because if I add 0.3 to that,
I thought it was 0.2.
it gets 2.8. Okay?
I got lost.
So make sure when you're adding decimals, you line up the decimals with it.
I don't get it. How was on one you're just gonna add by like $1 something cents, and then on the second term you're gonna go.
We added 0.3 to it. We looked from 1 to 1.3. That went by 0.3. Each of these went by 0.3. So when I take 1.9 and add 0.3 to it, I get 2.2.
I get it out.
Okay?
But then I don't get the 2.2, the 2.5, and the 2.2.
We kept adding 0.3 to it, Caleb. Look at right here.
It's just that
We just added
got
0.3.
1.9 and kept on adding up like 1.11.
Yeah, but you have to line up the decimals. So 9 plus 3 would give me 12, carry a 1. 1 and 1 would give me 2. Okay? Let's try another one. Let's try 5, 9, 13, 17.
What if you're running out of room on the page?
Well, if you're writing like I am, you shouldn't be.
How about right in the space?
I wonder what comes next.
Hold on, you know, I haven't even really done it. I know.
But what is it, 5.9? Is that 5.9?
Now it's 5, comma, 19, comma, 13.
19, that's 9.
So 21 is next. What comes after that? 25, then
29.
29. So those are my next 3 terms.
I am like, so
Yes.
kind of confused me. You said 5 and then 9.
9, 13,
Oh, I thought it
17.
I thought it said 9. I am like so confused.
What are you confused on, Caleb?
Everything.
How do you go from 5 to 9?
Adding 4.
That's the next
Add
one.
what?
That was 19.
What?
How do you go from 9 to 13?
You at 4.
How do you go from 13 to 17?
At
Okay, so add 4 to 17. What do you get?
21,
So that's the first one. Add 4 to 21.
25,
There you go. Add 4 to 25.
26.
Add 4 to 25. 29. So those are your next 3 terms.
Okay, that's all.
That's all you're doing.
That's all. That's like something.
Yeah, and you're saying it's hard.
Not
1.75.
like that's hard.
2.5.
Not that one, but the bottom one.
3.25. 4.0. You have to come up with the next 3 terms.
Wait. It's one up a one.
So on the side, I'm going to take the higher number and subtract the lower number, because I know it's going higher. So I'm going 2.5 minus 1.75. Remember, when you're adding and subtracting decimals, you have to line up that decimal. I have to add a 0 here. 0 minus 5 is,
5.
you can't do it. 0. So that becomes a 4. That becomes 10. 10 minus 5? 4 minus 7. Can't do it. That becomes a 1. Becomes a 14. 14 minus 7? 7. Bring your decimal down. So each time my pattern is going up by 0.75. I like to think of it as money. You have $1.75. You're adding 75 cents to it. You get $2.50. So if you need to, add that 0 at the end to help you. From 2.50, you're going up to 3.25. Now we're up to $4. So we need to add 75 cents. So if we have $4, we're adding 75 cents to it.
4.75.
4.75. What's going to come next? 5.50. Good. And what's left?
6.30, I think.
6 point what?
30.
No, 6.75.
No, 50, 20.
6.25.
Oh, I was close.
I was close. I was at 20.
I said 50.
Hey, does that make sense?
No.
Yeah.
Okay, so when you have to come up with the next three terms, you're just giving me the three numbers. Okay?
You said that you should be able to zoom on that thing.
Open up to the front.
The first page?
Yep, to your table of contents. Let's fill it out.
I'm just writing everything on the same page.
Today is 9/12,
I thought,
and we did
then why are we
sequences.
still reading that one thing that happened? With the Twin Towers that was yesterday.
Because it was yesterday.
But then, we should be able to just